I was fortunate. I played in the realm of Dennis Priestley, John Parr, Alan Warren and Rod Harrington, all class players, but the dominant one for us was Philip Douglas Taylor.
Double 16 for the match, and it is world title number 16.
I've got to admire what Phil actually went on to achieve. Phil virtually dominated for 2 decades, which shows the desire and the commitment of the man.
Phil Taylor was just so good.
Incredible. You know, he used to make the game look silly easy.
That was some feeling walking onto the stage and you're playing Phil Taylor.
Phil was greatest probably.
I think that Phil's probably the reason why, you know, all the players are coming up. You know, he set the precedent for English darts and he was obviously an inspiration because of how amazingly good he was.
Well, Phil Taylor was a level above compared to the people that he was playing years ago.
Times has changed. Phil was so dominant. He had every dart player in the pocket at that time.
Nobody's going to dominate from now on because there's just way too many good players.
There's so many good English players around now. They're all doing fantastic. You cannot just pick 1 or 2 that can take the title, you know. You could probably pick 8 or 9.
We've got a new crop of younger players. Me, Chris Dobie, Nathan Aspinall, Michael Smith, Joe Cullen, you know, we're all trying our best to get ourselves up the rankings as high as we can. We got a world #1 with Michael Smith, so we're not doing too bad.
He's someone who, for many years, had to deal with the pressures of, you know, is he ever going to win that first major? He goes on and does it. He picks up the Grand Slam title, goes on to win the World Championship in the most emphatic manner.
One man misses, does the other man get? I have never seen the like. Come on, Bully Boy! Yes, double 12! That is the most amazing leg of darts you will ever see in your life!
He was someone that they said would be world champion, but that performance in that final was just absolutely breathtaking.
He was born to be a world champion!
When Taylor started all, there wasn't that many who could compete with Taylor, and now the generation of players, and it's not just English, it's everyone now. But Ross Smith, he could be like me, where he's a bit hit and miss, and if he's on, he's really on.
He had a tour card a while ago when he couldn't commit, so he just decided, right, forget the tour card. He didn't really play anything, then he went and started fresh again, and he's been just gradual progress, and then all of a sudden wins a major title last year.
Ross Smith is a major winner!
I know we lost to him in the European final, but a bit like me as well, he hasn't kicked on from when he's won that to doing it again.
He's a fantastic player, obviously won major, and I thought he'd probably push on a little bit with that confidence.
Luke Humphries, another name, you know, someone who's achieved massive things on the Euro Tour and on the floor of late.
He's so dedicated to the game, now into the top 6 in the world.
He's got the most natural throw I've ever seen, the likes of him, Michael Smith, Eddie Lewis.
He is an unreal talent, and he just needs that one big win like I was searching for 5-6 years. To keep losing in finals, and the minute he gets that, there's going to be no stopping him.
I'm Luke Humphries.
It's time to meet Kohan Luke Humphries! Luke Humphries is a class act, and Luke Humphries is the World Youth Champion 2019. And Luke Humphries defeats Michael van Gerwen, knocks him out of the Grand Slam.
I just proved again that, you know, I can beat the top players.
You're due a major, aren't you?
I am due a major, but there's also Michael Smith's due a major. Nathan Aspinall's due a major.
And Nathan Aspinall finishes with the fireworks. Luke Humphries is certainly in the mood. He wants that first big TV major. Michael Smith with a stunning display to take out the #1 seed, Luke Humphries. a double finish sees him through to his first ever World Match Play semi-final.
Johnny Clayton has outlasted Luke Humphries in a magical match play marathon.
When I'm at home, I love to live that family life. You know, darts is a whirlwind. It's you know, a lot of travelling, a lot of sacrifices. You don't get to see your family as much. So when you come home, it's the greatest feeling. It's nothing better. We do this as a team, my family. You know, obviously I'm the one going out playing the darts, but you know, the support I get at home is a big reason actually as to why I've been so successful.
And Luke Humphries is the champion chucker in Czechia.
You know, she's a special little girl in my heart as well. Obviously, she misses me so much, and I've only been out the room 10 minutes. Look, this is what she's like. I think I remember picking up first set of darts. About 11 years old, I think I was, and I remember throwing them just naturally. And I think I must have hit a 180 in my first 3 months of playing. Obviously, my dad recognised that and thought, you know, that's quite a good achievement to do that so early. And then I think I first started playing in the pubs at 13, and I won the singles title in my first year. And obviously I went in to play county youth for Berkshire. Got to about 16, 17, went into playing senior county. Played for the A for Berkshire, and you know, I was probably one of the youngest ever players to play county for them as well. I used to work at Malone Roofing in Newbury, and the best thing was I got to work with my dad and my brother. But you know, there comes a time when you have to commit to being a full-time pro. You know, when I started to get into the pro ranks and maybe the development tour, when I won that, my confidence was really high. And you know, I had the quarterfinals of the Worlds in my first professional year, and that was a great stepping stone. But it didn't give me the confidence that it should have done. There was a period in my life where, you know, I went through some quite strong anxiety. You know, I almost contemplated giving up darts because I just couldn't concentrate. I couldn't practice. I remember a game when I was playing James Wade, I was 5-2 up, and you know, that double to go 5-2, and all of a sudden the panic just came over me. And I was just doing everything. I was just praying that I'd win the leg to get off, and every time I was losing the leg, it was just getting worse and worse. And I went and sought help and spoke to, you know, to doctors and stuff, and you know, helped me manage it in a good way, like I do now. And you know, I've never looked back from that moment. I think from that moment, that was a hard experience, and one of the hardest experiences I ever went through. You know, mental health and anxiety and panic now is a big thing. You know, I think it's a lot more open and honest for people to come out about it. Lockdown was a tough period for everybody, but you know, for me, I tried to turn it into a positive as much as I could. Obviously, I was very much overweight, but doing the exercise bike about half an hour a day, and I was eating clean. I wasn't eating any takeaways. I was just doing all the right things that you should do in a diet. And I probably lost about 4 stone in 6 months. It's no coincidence since I lost that weight. You know, I've skyrocketed up the world rankings. I won so many titles.
And look at the celebrations. We are seeing the arrival of Luke Humphries, top quality darts player.
Have a brilliant evening with us. 137 countries joining us live here tonight.
The Grand Prix was, yes, it was difficult, but it was always that. I mean, I was a bit of an underdog when I came here. I was never one of the top players. So I thought, right, this is a level of, you know, any player can knock it off. The double start element changes everything. It's a great tournament, it's a unique tournament, and it's one I look forward to watching all year round.
It's the tournament for me that's wide open. The first round, best of 3 sets. It can be 6 legs and you're gone.
Because of what's preceded, it's all about Dave Chisnell and Luke Humphries. They're the ones we're going to watch out for the most and put the most expectation on too, and that doesn't always help you as a player.
What a lineup we've got for you this evening. We've got former winners in action. We've got the world #1 and world champion. We've got the return of Raymond van Barneveld, and we've got the Flying Scotsman, who is very much picking up steam.
Gary Anderson, 6 180s for the Flying Scotsman.
It's the ultimate test. Incredibly, Michael Smith, in 12 or 13 years, only ever won 2 games at the World Grand Prix.
Michael Smith was outstanding. Joe Cullen hit the doubles when it mattered.
An incredible debut display from Luke Woodhouse. Brilliant from Ross Smith, clinical.
There's a lot of good players that haven't even made a final here, so you know, for me this is up there with one of the hardest competitions to win. Your full game has to be right on form.
Cool Hand Luke has defeated Super Chin in straight sets.
This does rank quite highly for me to win.
It's a great tournament. If you've got the mindset, if you've got the attitude, and you've got the skill, you can win it.
Michael Smith has finally won through to the quarter-finals.
Luke Humphries just showed his class. That's why he's one of the top players in the world.
And Peter right there, producing a virtuoso performance.
For a 1.56 to beat Michael van Gerwen. MVG is out.
You are.
Well done.
Two top 20 Aerosmiths with the job of following Van Gerwen against Dobie. Trademark tungsten from Ross Smith.
Brilliant from Joe Cullen, and look what it means.
As the tournament gets deeper, format changes a little bit, then sort of eases the pressure, not sort of little sprints, so to speak.
Gezi is a great player, and I have to be at my very best to beat him. That's the only thing I can really say about that, isn't it?
Just go out, concentrate on my own game. I'm not too worried how anybody else plays. I'm sure if I turn the heat up a little bit, I can win the game.
That was a brilliant performance from Gerwyn Price.
Go on, Iceman.
Yeah, he's a different player these days. He used to be a bit hit and miss, and sometimes he could let his confidence drop, but he seems a lot more sure of himself these days.
Stand beat 2-0, liar.
Yeah, quality player. He showed that at the UK Open when he won it, and he can be dangerous, and he could also be like me as well, with a bit hit and miss. I just hopefully I get the latter and get the hit and miss tonight.
Double 18. It is 3-0 to Michael Smith.
He's always a tough player to play. I'm expecting a close game, but I know that I won't be able to get away with the lacklustre of scoring that I've done already in this competition. It has to be better to beat him tonight, otherwise I will be out. So, you know, I'm fully focused on getting my scoring boots on tonight.
Luke Humphries, you know, he's a fantastic dart player. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, and I'm looking forward to it.
Double 10. And Cool Hand Luke, in the end, keeps his cool and is too hot for Peter Snakebite Wright. What a thriller. You have witnessed a World Grand Prix classic, and that man, Luke Humphries, is into the semi-finals.
Come on! One leg of the whole tournament, I've missed one dart at a double going in.
Oh God, don't do it the easy way, do I?
Yeah, Joe's one of my best friends, fantastic dart player, and yeah, we'll put friendship aside tonight and hopefully battle it out in a great game.
The last remaining spot in the semi-finals up for grabs. Bullseye to win it! What a shot, Joe Cullen!
The 4 quarter-finals went how expected. I mean, I'm not saying the win, but I thought Michael and Gerwyn would win comfortably, and they did. I thought Luke Humphries was excellent, got a bit of luck surviving match start, but he was excellent from 2 sets down. In the Joe Cullen-Chris Dobie game, I think Joe's been excellent this week. He's been dealing with every challenge he's had so far, and he deserves a spot in the semi-finals. Michael Smith, Gerwyn Price, multiple major winners. That's a great way to start the evening.
It feels like a real kind of semi-final clash of the Titans almost.
He is a dead-eyed shark of a darts player. Price wins the battle of the big beasts, and Michael Smith's best ever Grand Prix campaign is brought to an end.
I'm smiling now and I'm not even looking. A difficult game, and yeah, just a bit of a roller coaster, but I just fought in there after being 2-1 down and got myself back to 2-all after the 3rd break and put him under some good pressure then from there on in.
There's a massive opportunity. Luke Humphries looking to claim his maiden major title. Joe wants his 2nd major title. They both lost in the semi-finals, so they know the agony of it this year, so they know it's at stake.
This will be absolute drama-ridden, no doubt. from 3-0 down, he's got to be dart perfect.
And Luke Humphries gets the job done.
I'm just over the moon. I'm in it again, in my second one now, and I get to do it in front of a crowd, and yeah, I'm going to really relish it.
There he is.
It's been an incredible week, and what a final we've got to look forward to. Gerwyn Price, of course, the champion here in 2020, but Luke Humphries, everyone's been questioning over recent months, when is he going to get that first major title? We've seen him win his 5th European Tour title. Can he go that one step further here this weekend? I think he could.
I'll be pushed tonight, and that makes me play better. So if you know, Gezi plays well and pushes me, then you know you're going to see a great game.
I know I'm playing well, but you know it's a final. Anything can happen. I'm just looking forward to getting out there, and hopefully my darts score as well as I know they can. And if they do, then I'm confident I'll come through and I'll be lifting another trophy.
His last major final was behind closed doors, so that's a big deal that he's got the crowd here and he needs to embrace that.
Luke Humphries and Gerwyn Price. Is it going to be Gerwyn twice? That is emphatic. Gerwyn Price to take a 2-1 lead in sets. This is magnificent from Luke Humphries. Look at this. This for the championship. Luke Humphries is the World Grand Prix champion, and he should milk this moment for everything it's got, because that was a performance of a lifetime.
I can't explain my emotions as his mum. Oh gosh, I just kept thinking, absolutely brilliant.
Weren't you?
We are so proud of him.
Yeah.
Come on!
That World Grand Prix was obviously one of the greatest moments that I've ever experienced in my dart career, but you know, it still couldn't top the next day, which was my son's first birthday. You know, that was, as much as that Grand Prix win was special, you know, my son Rowan's first birthday was even more special. My dad is, you know, he's my idol. I've said that before to a lot of people, but he really is. You know, a lot of people say, who's your darting idol? It's my dad. And that was a special moment, him being there for my first win. I always said to him, Dad, when I win that first major, it will be on your mantelpiece. You'll be the one that gets it. Yeah, we're off to Wychwood Park Golf Club. Amazing golf course, amazing place, obviously. I don't get to play as much golf as I'd love to, but if I was to pick a course, it'd definitely be this one. It is absolutely amazing, and it's been a long time since I've hit a ball, so hopefully I don't embarrass myself too much. I was playing quite a lot through COVID, actually. I think that was one of the things that we could do, a lot more than anything else. And I got my handicap down to 12. I was pretty decent at the time. Some people can sort of see my persona on stages. Sometimes I can look like I'm quite miserable and stuff, but you know, when you're in the zone, when you're there focusing, you know, it's hard to just be happy and smiley and, oh, that's gone wrong. That's okay to smile about it. It's not as easy as that. You know, you're in the zone. You're not going to be thinking about, you know, being happy. You're there to do a job.
Brilliant performance from Luke Humphries.
When you're a dart player, you know, you're a different person as you are in real life, because a lot of people sort of can say, oh, he's miserable, he doesn't look like he's happy when he's won. Of course I'm happy. It's really tough. I mean, sometimes you can be quite overwhelmed, and that's an excuse to not feel like happy and smiley. But I'm always happy. You know, whenever I'm winning titles, I'm always happy. And off the hockey, I'm a different person as well. I'm just the same. I'm as happy as can be. Finals haven't been so great for me this year. You know, European Tour, I've played in 6, only won 1, lost 5. But I think that experience of being in finals helps. You know, if you keep getting in finals, you gain that experience. I think 10 finals this year, including the Grand Prix. You know, you gain that experience, it helps you a lot, and I think that's what helps me over the line. You know, if you're making one final a year, you get into that position, you might be overruled by it, whereas, you know, like I said, been in 10, I felt pretty comfortable in it, and that's contributed as to, you know, being a World Grand Prix champion now.
Luke Humphries has shown that he's got it all.
It's one of them trophies that I didn't think it was going to be me first. You know, I always imagined it being maybe a Players' Championship final or a European Championship final when you're, you know, playing 3 games in a day. It was a bit like the European Tour, like I've been so successful on. And, you know, this amazing trophy was just something I'd always dreamed of having. So, and, you know, when you look on the back, you got, you know, some incredible names on there. Phil Taylor, the first player to win it, which won 11 times. You know, Mike Van Gerwen 6 times. You know, I think I was the 11th person to win it, and that's quite iconic. You know, there's only 10 people before me that's ever won this trophy, and over 26 years, I'm one of the people. Very, very privileged to have this trophy with me at the moment, and I just want to keep adding to it now. I want to win a lot more.
Luke Humphries is the best advert for the PDC in terms of its system. He won on the development tour, he won on the challenge tour, he then won a pro tour, he won a European tour, well, many of them. And now a major title, and young players coming through now I think should follow the example of Luke Humphries, conduct yourself in the right way, apply yourself in the right way and keep working hard. Yeah, Luke takes defeats hard like anyone, but he comes back fighting, and he's shown that in abundance the last couple of years, and been so impressed with him. And on a big stage, he just looks so comfortable.
Ross Smith, 2022 European Darts Champion. As long as I've prepared as best as I can and I go out there and give 100%, then that's all I can do, and I'll continue to do that in every game I play.
Ross Smith is someone who just excites me so much. I think his scoring power when he's on is up there with the best in the world.
Trademark tungsten from Ross Smith.
I think Ross is a great player. Yeah, he's certainly one of the players that can score really well, finish really well, and when he's on his game, he's really tough to beat.
For a place in the second round. Brilliant from Ross Smith, clinical.
I really do like Ross. I think he's a really classy player. When he's on it, he's probably one of the top 3 scorers in the world, you know, along with Dirk van Dijvenbode. You know, them two, when they're on it, they're quite scarily, you know, accurate on that triple 20. They hit 180s for fun.
Ross Smith rewrites the history books.
And it was no surprise to me that he did win the European Championships, because I've always seen how good he is and how good he is with his scoring. It's just whether his finishing can let him down sometimes, which it, you know, does a lot of us. But you know, he's a really top guy, a really nice guy, and yeah, he deserved that major. He played fantastic in that tournament.
If you look at his performances, his averages, his overall average for this year is 95.5. It's better than the likes of Stephen Bunting, Danny Noppert. He's just not getting over the line in matches, and I think after winning the European Championship, we maybe expected him to push on a bit more, get to the latter stages of more events. I think that's going to happen in 2024.
Ross is the top lad. Another one is I think he's trying to get big into the fitness now. You know, if you're a little bit unhealthy, it can have a detriment effect to your game. So I think a lot of people are trying to look after themselves a lot better.
My routine on a match day is I'll go to the gym, get my joints working, blood pumping, circulating in the right way, and yeah, then it would be hit the practice board. Players' Championships, they're incredibly tough to win. I've only managed to win 2 of them, which still, I suppose 2's better than none.
Oh, hello. Another day at that.
There are 30 Players' Championship tournaments a year. They take place here in Barnsley, over in Wigan, Leicester and Hildesheim in Germany. This is the bread and butter of darts. This is where you kind of build your prize money and ranking as a darts player. So if you do well in these, you'll be high on the Pro Tour Order of Merit. That will get you into TV tournaments.
Everyone's a warrior on the floor, you know, they all bring their best game. It's where most people probably look forward to these more.
This is how players like myself qualify for the Worlds or the Players or different events, so you've got to do well in these.
All the best players in the world are in one room, so it's super tough to win one of these, yeah.
It's like an airport terminal. There's 128 players split into 16 boards, 4 games on each board. Some of them go on the stream, so people can watch that on PDC TV. And basically it's a straight knockout. A last man standing, they take home the £12,000.
The standard's ridiculously high. Just had a hard game with Robert Owen. He started off really well, but no, I was consistent, and yeah, just again on with the next one.
It is a test of longevity. It's the long days if you can stay in the tournament. I've had a couple of bad days, but that's just the nature of it.
These are brutal tournaments to play in.
I could take it out of you because you could have probably the game of your life. In the first game you'd average 120, but then you go straight down to an 80 average. So it's about obviously keeping the consistency of yourself.
You will hear some players say that winning one of these is tougher than winning a TV tournament. So you're playing 5 hours of straight darts. You'll win one game, you might get 15, 20 minutes off, and you're straight back on once again.
Every game's so hard now. There's no easy draws anymore. Even the first round is a tough game. So yeah, being the quarterfinals, I'm over the moon today. Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you average 105 or 85, 89, whatever we average there. It's a tough game. So yeah, I'm just really pleased to have a couple of games, especially before the Players' Championship finals, to get myself cemented in one of those spots.
This is where the door opens for you because there's so much prize money on offer. You get a few good runs in these and you start qualifying for the big events and get the big money. There's obviously the Players' Championship finals, which is based only on these events.
Double 8. And that's it for Rapid Ricky Evans.
I've played really well today, really solid, 100 plus averages pretty much the whole way through. Know Ricky really well, go back to the youth days, so, but yeah, I'm really happy with the win.
On the mat, Dom Taylor.
Mate, I'm over the moon, absolutely over the moon. Every time I'd say, I think this is my 7th invite. Every time I've just been setting the mark of break the duck, break the duck. That was last 16, I'm now into the semi-final, so I feel good enough to go and win it.
Tieman's won at almost every level in PDC darts. The only thing missing is a ranked major title. But he is in the final today.
See you on the next one, mate. Yeah, no problem.
And Ross Smith has broken Dom Taylor's heart.
To be honest with you, it's probably the worst game I've played all day, but you know, I'm happy to be in the final, so yeah, it is what it is, that's business.
We have the 9-darter against Robbie Knops, but the semi-final he's just won against Dom Taylor, I think showcased the other side of his game, the grittier side that's really come to the fore in the past 12 months. He didn't play at his best, but he managed to get over the line.
Straight to double 9. And Ross Smith wins his second Players' Championship event of the year. From 6-3 down, Ross Smith wins 5 legs in a row.
He sort of took quite a bit of a lead there. Maybe I sort of relaxed a little bit. I just thought about just throwing, and that's what I've been doing, and obviously it paid off there.
Well deserved for Ross Smith. He's averaged a ton for the day.
Puts him in good frame of mind for his defence of his European title.
Absolutely, it was a carrot dangled to both players before the final. The last title winner before a major championship. And Ross Smith goes there as the defending winner. He's going to be introduced to the crowd as that. He's going to feel 10 foot tall when he's in Dortmund.
Be good. I'll try.
I love being in Dover, I love being by the seaside, absolutely love it. Around friends that I grew up with. You can never beat home, can you? Yeah, I loved my childhood here, to be fair. It was amazing. I had loads of parks around me and stuff like that, but it was all about football for me. You know, I loved it. All like jumpers for goalposts, all out playing in the streets and dodging cars and that, I suppose. Yeah, but yeah, it was all good. I probably started playing darts at 14. I then started playing county darts at 15 for the men's team in Kent. I was playing with, at the time, current world champion in the team was Andy Fordham. Oh, he was absolutely amazing with me. He sponsored me, let me travel with him, played pairs with him and Trina Gulliver and Claire Bywaters. They was really great for me. Looking up to Andy as a player at that age was amazing. Not just like a dart player, he was a celebrity. I remember like flying with him to like Sweden Open, coming back, and then like the following Saturday it'd be on Anton Deck or the Paul O'Grady show or something. It was just, yeah, so surreal. This is where I first started playing. I'd walk up from my house on a Friday night after school with my mum and dad, who got me into darts. And we used to play with a couple of my mum and dad's friends. Really good times. I suppose I always thought I would be a dart player. I suppose I always thought I'd get better, but I knew as well there'd be a lot of work involved and sacrifices, but it was hard working and trying to balance it all. Started off down the port, working at Burger King, and then I ended up down the cruise terminal as a baggage handler. Yeah, I've been about in that, and then ended up as a lorry driver. So yeah, that was all through the BDO and working and playing darts. When I played in the BDO, it was more about having fun. I think I was in like, I don't know, the top 16 or something like that. I made quarterfinals of Lakeside at the World Championships there. I think I had about another year. I decided to make the plunge of going into the PDC, trying to get my tour card, which I've done successfully in the first attempt. And then it's just all about pushing forward into what it is now. It's just round here. This amazing view straight out for the channel. Found the first few years very difficult. I was still probably immature, young, wasn't professional. There's nowhere to hide when you're up on that stage. It can be a lonely place if it's not going too great for you. It's a real mentality sport to play and can be difficult. I took a couple of years out of the darts due to home circumstances, like my father was terminally ill, which was, you know, really mentally it was hard to deal with. I had a son that was on the way. My partner at the time was pregnant. Started lorry driving again. And it was probably the best thing I ever done, to be fair, because, you know, you get this hunger back, and which I have done, and you know, you look at what other players are doing, and I always felt like there's something missing in me. You know, I need to go back to it and give it one last real go. And I remember saying, if I don't get through Q school, then that'll be me done. But I also worked extremely hard to get that whilst driving, practicing. I was practicing till like, you know, from like 7 at night when I finished a 13-hour shift till 10 at night, and just passing out in bed and go again the next day. It was, yeah, I worked hard to get it back. Euro Tours, very important, I think, for any dart player. That brings in the most prize money, which is obviously most important for the ranking system, for televised events and qualifying for them.
Ross Smith is a major winner!
Something I'll never forget, proudest moment in darts, without a shadow of a doubt. Obviously, I'm really looking forward to going back in a couple of weeks' time and trying to defend my title. I know it'll be an extremely tough task, but I know I've won it once, and I know I can win it again or another major. I think once you've won one, you can do it again, whether it's now or a year or 5 years, 10 years, whatever it may be. I tend to drive to most of them, so leave my house, quickly nip over to the port there, jump on a ferry, and then drive over to Germany. It's a lot quicker and easier for me, so living in Dover as well also has its benefits of being a dart player, I suppose. So, just stopped off at the services in Belgium, just for a quick break and grab a coffee, etc. And a bit of lunch, nice and healthy, trying. And yeah, got about another 3 hours to go till we get to Dortmund. Brought the parents along with me, So got a bit of company for a change. But yeah, it's all going well, and really looking forward to the game on Friday night against Ricardo. Obviously I've got a really tough game against him. He's just won the last Euros, which is obviously he's full of confidence. But I'm also feeling very confident, obviously winning the last Players' Championship. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a really good game, and hopefully the outcome that I want. I'm expecting a tough crowd, to be fair, with the Germans, and rightly so. They're going to be behind their player, the host nation, which I can't blame them. So yeah, it'll be a good game, and something I'm really looking forward to. And hopefully when I get to Dortmund tonight, I'll have a good night's sleep, and get up tomorrow, have a nice chill out, and do a bit of a gym workout maybe, and get the blood circulating, and the blood pumping, and yeah, and then look forward to the evening. Anyway, catch you later.
Yeah, the European title is a massive tournament. It's hard to qualify for. There's no reliant on the top 16. It's one event that you've got to play in the European Tour to qualify, and I think the players have to work hard. Some of them have to go through qualifiers just to get into the event. But there's massive incentives. There's a lot of prize money playing around Europe as well. I think it's been a great addition the way it's expanded on the PDC Tour.
It meant everything to me, winning the title, my first TV major. It was incredible, something that I'll never forget, but also something that I also want to win more. I want to win more major TV events.
Love playing in Germany. Play there a lot on the European Tour, and the fans are great. They're so respectful and knowledgeable as well. They're some of the loudest fans we play in front of.
Yeah, it's okay because I've won it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I think I've just about scraped in.
Yep.
Max Hummels.
Yep. Haller. Sebastian Haller.
Obviously the absolute legend.
Marco Reus. Emre Can.
Reina. I'm not sure who that is, but he must be important. He's number 17.
Is that an important number?
Yeah.
17?
Well, it is for a football team.
Okay. I never wore 17, so I don't know. You say.
Yeah, I wore number 1 because I was a keeper.
Ah.
Should we move on then? Let's go.
I think so.
What are these?
Some energy.
Energy.
We need something tonight.
Yeah.
Nick it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dankeschön.
Thank you. Cheers, man. Walking out to the big stadium ourselves there. Look at the size of it. It's massive.
It really is massive.
Have you seen like where the pitch it goes up and over?
Yep.
It's not like fully flat, is it? It's amazing. Obviously, getting to come to these sort of places is great for us. Obviously we're playing darts, but to getting to come to these stadiums and experience some amazing things, it's quite impressive, and it's quite enjoyable.
World Youth Champion, and Ikan, you're in the final coming up soon. Have you got any advice for him?
Just win?
Yeah, just win really. Get to first legs first. I think Jan's obviously in a different stage than I was in my career. I was really just starting out. He's sort of showing how class he is, and it's going to be a great final. Luke Little is obviously another fantastic young talent as well. But obviously Jan's got more experience, so I think the only thing I could advise would play on that experience. I think it's going to be a great game. I'm surely going to tune in to watch it, and good luck, man.
Hopefully. Cheers.
Is Luke a big inspiration for you?
Yeah, of course. See where he came from as well, with all the trouble he had. I had some trouble myself with dartitis and everything, and it's a big inspiration to see where he came from and where he is now. Up to number 5, 6? 4. Yeah, there we go. Number 4 in the world. Just recently World Grand Prix champion, so it's amazing. And as you said, he became the World Youth Champion. I want to be that this year as well. So yeah, it's a real big inspiration.
Thanks, mate.
Well,
this is a famous stadium, isn't it?
Players qualify for the European Championship by making the top 32 of the European Tour Order of Merit. So we do have 13 European Tour events in a year. the end of the year, you're here in Dortmund and you get a chance to become the European champion. He's the defending champion here in Dortmund. That was the biggest moment of his career last year, and to be getting into a good rhythm, having picked up the Pro Tour title in Barnsley, it's going to do him the world of good.
Yeah, definitely. To win any title before going into like a major is always going to be a confidence boost, and yeah, it's come bang on the right time, to be honest.
1 minute, yeah.
People are going to be behind Ricardo. They're going to support their local man here.
For me, I know that I'm going to get stick no matter what, so I've got to just try and completely block that out and just throw my darts, don't get involved.
Hello everyone, the 16th staging of the European Championship. The players here have travelled across the continent, played 13 Euro Tour events. And the crowd is pretty loud. That's a second, isn't it? He just beaten the defending champion, Ross Smith. What a night, what a performance, and what a result for young Ricardo Pietreczko.
It's a fantastic performance, so you must have a lot of confidence going into the next match.
Yeah, I try my very best and I look forward.
For Luke Humphries, the number 2 seed, it's a very safe passage through to the last 16.
98? Was it? Yeah, 98. Please, tell me what joke. Yeah, 98. That is what's wrong with me. I always think that it's not great.
Yeah, 98.04 I think.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's what I think, because I think sometimes, oh, that wasn't good enough, and then I think, actually, just, it was all right. Or everywhere I go.
Good. I asked Barry Young a couple of years back, I was fed up with darts. I sent him a message, "No, you've got contacts and everything. Any chance to get me in the jungle?"
You're right on I'm a Celebrity.
Yeah, I thought I would do it. I wanted to try and emulate Rob Cross, because he's won it twice. He worked hard for it to win it twice, so it's nice to be part of being a winner of it. Yeah.
Peter Wright just starting to come good, isn't it, at the right time of year.
And Peter Wright is beaten Michael Smith, the world champion, emphatically.
Nerveless from Fontaine. He looks rattled tonight, doesn't he, Guy?
Brilliant from Jan Fontaine.
Yeah, they were good. They were nice.
Your account is locked.
Yeah.
Gian Van Veen.
Yeah.
In order to make a Twitter account, you have to be 13 years of age. When I make my Twitter, I'll go like 11 or 12. So I can't get into my Twitter today or tomorrow. I like this.
Thanks very much, James.
Jan, European Championship quarter-finalist. How does that sound?
Sounds good. First time someone told me that, European Championship quarter-final. No, it's my first real mate, and to immediately make the quarters, yeah, it feels really good.
Luke, you've already matched your best run at the European Championship. Are you just taking this one game at a time?
Yeah, I'll take every major one game at a time. You can't look too far to the future. I think everybody's beatable and everybody can beat me, so I have to take each game as it comes.
And Peter Wright wins an absolute thriller.
More than 60s.
And there it is. That is an extraordinary turnaround.
Come on! Never give up. Never give up.
James Wade with an emphatic victory over Humphries. There it is! Oh my goodness, he felt it then, didn't he? Peter Wright and Danny Noppert, very difficult to predict a winner here. Won the tournament in 2020. I wonder, can he do it again now?
Jan van Veen against James Wade. And James Wade is through to the European final.
Just run out of energy, I think. I have to look back at what happened and how I can be better next time to get the game over the line. But it's just that, you know, semi-finals is a brilliant week.
There it is! Peter Wright, champion of 2020, is champion once again in 2023.
I know. I didn't know I had a lid. It's just a basic trophy. You should see my last trophy when I won this. I couldn't carry it. It was that big. I go up to number 2 now, don't I? For a little while. Yeah, back up to number 2 in the world. Yeah. Oh, it's nice and cold. Oh. Okay.